Hey y'all, welcome back to Math Rescue. I'm Andre, a certified math coach. In this video, we're going to talk about how to expand challenging binomials, especially the ones where each term already has a coefficient. These can get messy fast, so the rule of thumb is simple. The more organized you are, the better the expansion will go. I'll show you the cleanest way to keep track of every term and every coefficient so nothing gets lost. Let's talk about it. All right, so we're gonna do this one using Pascal's triangle because I like it. So Pascal's triangle is a self-generating number pattern. So every value is generated by summing together the values right before it. For this one, this represents degrees of 0. This represents degrees of 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to expand this binomial. This structure right here is a binomial because it has two terms. This is more of an advanced problem, so I recommend that you go back and watch one of my older videos if you haven't already seen my basic video on expanding binomials with Pascal's triangle. We're going to expand it, which means we're going to apply this degree 4 to it, this exponent. So first thing I'm going to start with are the coefficients, 1, 4, 6, 4, and 1. And I got that using Pascal's triangle. Let me go ahead and write them out. 1, 4, 6, 4, and 1. The more organized you stay with this, the better. From here, I'm going to go ahead and write down my first term and descending exponents. So let me just write them all out. 3 to the 3 times x, 3 times x, x. And I'm going to put it in parentheses and write the exponents on it. I'm writing more than I normally would if I was kind of solving this out for real, but I want to show you how the pattern persists throughout. Let me go ahead and write the next term. So negative 4y, negative 4y, negative 4y, 4y. Color coding definitely helps. These are going to be in ascending power order. Right, and right now I'm going to do addition signs between all of them. And on my next line, I'll fix which terms are going to end up being negative because of the green versus which will end up being positive. So, first let me do the signs. So first let me take care of the signs. So any even exponent. So we have even exponent here on the green, even exponent on the green here, even exponent on the green here. Those are going to neutralize the negative sign. So those are all going to end up being positive terms. So let me go ahead and rewrite that. When I rewrite it, I'm also going to dump anything that's multiplying 1 or any exponents of 1. So for example, this term here is just going to become 3x to the 4th power because this one is irrelevant and this is also equal to 1, so it's kind of irrelevant. I don't have to write it again. This is going to turn into a subtracting term with a 4, a 3x to the 3rd power, and then a 4y. If you're asking where this negative sign went, I moved it out in front. All right, next term. So we have 6 times 3x squared, 4y squared. If you're asking where this negative sign went, because it's kind of like thinking of -1 squared, that's just going to be a positive 1. So you don't need to write the negative sign anymore. We already kind of thought about it and took care of it. All right, next up I have this term. So this is going to be a negative term because we have the odd exponent on the green. I'm going to write the 4. 3x to the first power, but I don't have to show the 1 there. And then 4y to the third power. All right, one term left. So I don't need to show the 1. 3x to the 0 power is also equal to 1, so I don't have to rewrite that. And we just end up with 4y to the fourth power. Okay, I promise we are almost done. Notice that there's so much writing, and it's really just repeating the pattern, the algorithm, if you may. Because of that, organization really becomes the crux of this problem. The more organized you are, the least amount of mistakes you're going to make. People make a lot of mistakes on this, not because they don't know the process, but because there's so many moving parts to keep track of. All right, from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate the numbers and the variables. So I get 3 to the fourth times x to the fourth minus, here I'm going to get 4 times 3 to the third times 4 times x to the third y. The reason I'm doing it like this is because if you have a calculator, you could just go ahead and put the coefficients into the calculator. Color coding to help with the eyes. All right, let's go ahead and do the next purple color. I'm going to have a 6. I'm going to have a 3 squared. Now I'm going to have a 4 squared. And then we'll do the variables. X squared, y squared. Right. And then we'll do the next green. So 4, 3 times 4 to the third. And then the variables x, y to the third. And then my last one, let me move this over a little. Shout out OneNote. I love OneNote. So easy to move things around and do your math and stay organized. So this is just going to be 4 to the fourth power times y. All right, to finish this problem off, you would go ahead and just put all the orange into a calculator. And then do substitutions. So whatever the orange ends up equaling, you could just go ahead and make the replacement. All right. I'm Andre with Math Rescue. See you in the next one.